These are some Dinar Guru updates, starting off with Mountain Goat. The UN, IMF, and World Bank all in one day, Thursday, noted significant progress that Iraq has made in recent years, despite ongoing challenges. The reinstatement spigot has been opened. The direction is now clear. Frank 26, is Iraq a member of the WTO? Well, Frank, you say they're a member of the WTO. They're qualified for it. But do you see any official paper that tells you they're a member of the WTO? Frank says no. Why not? Until you see the new exchange rate. But you don't have to have a high exchange rate to join the WTO. Why do you say something like that? Frank says because commitments were made and contracts that were guaranteed by Sudani for all these people through the WTO investments for the economic reform of Iraq. Militiaman says Iraq increased their non-oil revenues by 6%. That in itself is a massive amount. Is it going to grow? Of course it's going to grow. They're just getting started. It's going to be amazing. Sampson article, quote, parliamentary finance voting on the budget tables will not exceed next June 9th. Mark Z via PDK community comment. Guru Frank said Iraq is working out of two sets of books, one at $13.10, one with a float of over $3 US. Mark Z says, I wholeheartedly agree with Guru Frank. It's the only thing that makes logistical sense. When I see projects and some of the moves and ways the contractors are getting paid, I very much believe they're operating out of two sets of books until they get the opportunity to announce it to the world. Then it should be on one set of books, or one set of a book. Caparoni says, by the end of the year, when Central Bank of Iraq ends the currency auction, only transfers amongst established Iraqi banks and regional or international banks will occur. In other words, the float of the dinar and transfer of funds will be institutional. What this means for us is the future of the dinar exchange rate is directly tied to the capital flowing through the CBI, economic growth and success of Iraq. As Iraq prospers, so will the dinar. Though we may not see the dinar exchange rate improve initially, this is a significant change in monetary policy for the Central Bank of Iraq, some 20 years in the making. Breitling says, don't be in a state of perpetual question. Make a decision. Do you want to be in this investment or not? If you don't, then who cares? Get out. You're still my friend. I'm not offended. Show a little backbone. Make a decision whether you're in this investment or not. If you're really paranoid, diversify. Frank 26 question, what does your gut say the rate will be in the end? Remember, I said, in my opinion, the float would probably be between $3.36 and $4.25 would be a good place to cap it. All right, Militiaman says there's a lot of money going to be made in Iraq. It's all starting to come together. When the World Bank is sitting at the table and they're working to finance projects, take a look at it. It doesn't smell of, oh, this is never going to happen. We heard this 2 years ago. No, you didn't. I have to tease because I still get that on occasion. All right, lastly, I've got Bruce via Wiser Now says the rates are moving in the right direction that we actually expect them to be. Rates are populating and they were moving at 90 miles an hour. I don't know if we're going to have fixed rates when we go in or we're going to have variable rates because they're still being traded up or down. But whichever it is, they're going to be very good. And I heard that the contract rate on the dinar is going to be very, very high. The contract rate is based on what a barrel of oil in Iraq can be sold to a buyer like Turkey who's buying oil by the barrel from Iraq. That created a contract rate for us. So I think we're going to be pleasantly surprised by that. We're looking forward to getting this very soon.